version. Trial 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 version.
Ah, I've got one viewer.
Trial version.
See that? I see that.
Trial version. Trial version.
What's going on, RV
Trial
Solar
version.
Homesteaders? The weather? Not too bad, not too bad. Can't complain.
Trial version.
For Canada, it's actually not bitterly cold or anything. Miguel, what's up, buddy? I still got to
Trial
hit you
version.
up for some of your stuff, some of the lenses, and maybe the Sigma flash.
Trial
I've
version.
pretty much exhausted my flashness, but I might still hit you up for that.
Trial version.
Yeah, I probably should have turned off the sounds on my phone.
Trial version.
Horrible. Actually, let me see if I can actually do that here. No, actually, not
Trial
gonna do
version.
that. With my luck, I'd end up pressing something and then I'd lose everything and have to start over again.
Trial
Completely
version.
defeat the purpose. Completely. Entirely. It'd be done. It'd be over. Credibility. Done.
Trial version.
So what are you guys up to today?
Trial version. Trial version.
Community guidelines. I should probably read that.
Trial
So what
version.
do you guys think of the Pentax K3 III? Not as a comparison to
Trial
mirrorless,
version.
but the camera itself with everything that they've provided in regards to the information. You guys think it's going to be
Trial version.
the camera that kind of puts Pentax back in the field of being able to mince
Trial
it
version.
with all the big heavy hitters? Or you think Pentax will still be flying under the radar and still get bashed left, right, and center?
Trial version.
And, you know, the usual. Just curious.
Trial version. 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 Trial Trial version.
Okay, just wondering if the audio was working before or not. Now I've got my external
Trial
mic
version.
plugged in, well, powered on, but just wondering if the mic built into the camera
Trial
was
version.
working before.
Trial version.
Really?
Trial version. 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 Trial
Yeah,
version.
maybe doing a surprise one wasn't the. I guess it wasn't the best thing to do off the
Trial
hop,
version.
but to actually run through this and make sure it all works. It's probably a good idea that I didn't announce this because I'm not
Trial
sure
version.
if the audio's kicking in or not. Oh, it is. Okay, perfect. All right, thanks, Miguel.
Trial version.
Lots of action happening here. Joke.
Trial version.
All right, Miguel, you can go back to whatever it was you were doing before.
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
Ah, okay.
Trial version.
Kids outside playing or something?
Trial version.
Can I share my screen on this?
Trial version.
I don't think I can.
Trial version.
Ah, even better. Contributing to society.
Trial
The
version.
way to do it.
Trial version. Trial version.
So, RV, how's the weather where you are?
Trial version.
Jeffy Jeff?
Trial version.
You know, sometimes I
Trial
wish
version.
that, lived in a warmer climate, but then I think if it was warm every day, I think I'd actually get tired
Trial
of
version.
it just being the same weather every single day, you know? Yeah, I don't actually mind having it all.
Trial
Oh, is
version.
it still saying trial? Oh, you gotta be
Trial
kidding me.
version.
What? All right, hold on a sec here, because I
Trial
paid
version.
for this.
Trial version.
All right, hold on. Let me get rid of that.
Trial version. Trial version. Trial version. Trial version. Trial version.
All right, back in 1 sec. I need to register. I don't even know why it was doing that. All right. Okay. No more trial? Better not still be saying trial. I have to ask for my money back. Hey, what's going on, Ed? How you doing, man? All right. Yeah, all right. So I think what happened was I registered it on my laptop upstairs. They gave me two registration codes, and I forgot to do it on the desktop that's down here in the basement that I'm using now. So thanks for pointing that out, Miguel, or I would not have even known because it's not saying anything on my end. I hear nothing. So I wouldn't have had any clue whatsoever. Michigan, how's the weather over there? You guys all done with the snow and everything? Last night? Oh man. Wow. Oh man, I feel bad. Wow. I did not. I mean, it's all the snow's pretty much gone from here. It's completely melted. There's nothing. I'm actually contemplating on taking my winter tires off because the temperature's been pretty warm every single day. You know, you might have to wear your jacket maybe first thing in the morning for maybe a few hours, and after that, I mean, that's it. The rest of the day is just sweater weather. Wow, that's crazy, man. 3 inches. I couldn't even imagine. Like, oh no. Oh man, wow. Oh boy, that's crazy. Oh, pff, Ed, you're fine, man. I'd be asking for more snow if I had that. Yeah, stark contrast to the car I had before, Saab 95 Aero. Actually was pretty good in the winter. My Genesis now, because it's rear wheel drive, it's taking a bit of getting used to, but dump some weight in the trunk and you're good to go. But then as soon as it starts to dry up and there's no more snow, the car drives really, really weird. It wanders all over the place because there's no weight in the front. It's terrible. So I took everything out. Now I'm hoping it doesn't snow again. Ugh, one thing after another. Yeah, maybe next time I'll just get an STI or something. Or maybe I'll get an Evo. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Steve? Yeah, so apparently with the K33, pre-orders should begin next week. I have been chatting with one of the subscribers. He's self-proclaimed as my super fan. He's been doing a lot of digging in and stuff, and he was told from his camera store local to him in Texas that the price is going to be $19.99 US, and from there, the actual date the camera will be released is going to be April 23rd, which I believe Nokoshita Camera from Japan had stated the same thing. So it looks like the 23rd of April is going to be when the camera is officially available for purchase, and next week will be the opening for all the pre-ordering for the camera. So pre-order it early, and then I guess just wait until the 23rd for them to start getting shipped out. I've reached out to Camera Canada, which is Canada's largest retailer for Pentax, and they don't have any information as of yet. They told me to call back tomorrow, so I'm going to give them a shout again tomorrow, and hopefully I'll be able to get some concrete answer. What's going on, Armin? Don't worry, buddy. I saw you pop in there. I saw that. Can't leave anybody out. Sorry guys, just give me one sec. I'm trying to sell a direct ignition cassette from my last car to someone here. I'll be free. No problem. All right, Miguel, no worries, man. You know how to get you know how to get a hold of me even if I'm not live. Just out of curiosity, Armin, so what was the finally? Finally the K33's out, or finally I'm actually gone live? Or both? Yeah, I went shopping for a couch today. Wow, that is that is a lot more difficult than you would actually think. We can't make up our mind as to what style, what kind, sectional, couch, love seat, and then measuring the space and figuring it all out. And oh man, there's just too many options. Too many options. Okay. Yeah, I don't blame you, Armin. Trust me, I've been waiting for the K33 too. K332? No, as well. Yeah, so it does look like the 23rd is going to be the official release for the camera entirely, period. Finally. I mean, it's only been what feels like 10,000 years since they first announced it. But you know what? It's not really anything different than what they did with the K1. And look at how, even to today, the K1, at least in image quality, is still an absolutely phenomenal camera. You know what, Armin? Like, I know what you're saying. It does seem like it is going to be insanely expensive, but until we officially know what the actual price is going to be by region, we really don't know. We really don't know. You know, I mean, they've been saying it's going to be about $2,000 US. They've said it would be more than that, as you know, a direct currency exchange, you know, with different regions. But things in Japan are generally a lot more expensive than they are when they come out here, at least for the MSRP. So it's not, you know, it's really hard. It's really, really hard. And I'm not really, at first I did freak out. I was like, oh man, if they are going to charge that amount, then it's over. It's over. No one's going to buy the camera for that cost. I mean, it's just absolutely insane. But over time, I really started to think about it, did a lot more research, and I thought, you know what, fine, maybe I jumped the gun. A lot of us YouTubers and whatnot, we all jumped the gun. A lot of them are staying on that bandwagon. I'm going to reserve judgment until the camera is actually released and we know what the actual price is going to be, because we really don't know at this point. For example, if it were to slot above the KP and be below the K1 in regards to price, then we'd be looking at approximately $1,800 Canadian. You know, to be at, you know, you've got the KP here, you've got K33 here, and then you've got K1 just above. So dead smack in the middle would be about 1,800 Canadian dollars. So, you know, that's what I think they'll most likely do. Or that $19.99 US cost is for the premium kit, which there's only going to be 1,000 of them. It could be that, or it could be the lens and camera combo. And if they're going to be including the DA Limited 2040, I could fully see that justifying the actual cost of that price, right? So, you know, there's a lot of variables and a lot of things we just don't know. So until it's actually out on the 23rd, or if they give the full cost next week for the pre-ordering, that's when we're actually going to know what the proper cost is going to be, at least for now, right? And just as usual, give it 6 months or so, the price is going to start coming down, just as it has with every other Pentax camera. So the initial launch is always more expensive, but in regards to what that cost is really going to be, we won't know until it's official. Yeah, Noel, I hear you, man. I really hope that the price is reasonable as well. And hey, you know what, Armin? If I had a K1, I'd be happy with that too. I mean, I'm happy with my K3. It doesn't, you know, there isn't really, technically speaking, there's nothing that it cannot do. The only thing that I really do want is faster, better tracking for the autofocus, which is what the K33 is really going to fix. And doing a lot of birds in flight and you know, nature, wildlife, that sort of thing. Given the times of day that the animals are more active, it's usually lower light. So I need something that actually has better, higher ISO in regards to the image quality. And the K33 just ticks all those boxes. That's my reason why I really, really have been waiting for that specific camera. But again, it comes down to the cost. I don't know what it's going to be when it actually comes out yet. Let's see here. What are you saying, Ed? My KP is about limit. Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, Ed, the KP is a phenomenal camera. It is. It really is a phenomenal camera. And as of right now, I mean, it pretty much is the low light king in regards to APS-C cameras. It's a baby K1, pretty much. You know. So, you know, but for me, you know, the buffer, 2 card slots. You know, there were something I was very tempted, and I almost did pull the trigger on a K, but I held back because there's things with the K3 that I'm used to, and I expect in a flagship, and it just the KP for myself personally just wouldn't, it would have just missed the mark. And I know, and I have had memory cards fail. So if I had never had a card fail, then I wouldn't even think about having two card slots. But actually having a card fail on you, your heart stops. Your whole light, like, just everything just stops. You're shooting away. It's everything just stops. So I needed to avoid that. So I'm sticking with two card slots, which would have been crazy because if the K33 did not have two card slots, I don't know what I would do. You know what, Armin? You know what? It all depends. Okay, so if you already have a KP, depending on what it is that you actually shoot, right? Like, you know, do you shoot a lot of high speed action type of shots, you know, birds in flight, things like that? Or are you more of a casual user, shooting, you know, landscapes and some family stuff here and there, your kids, that sort of thing, travel photography? You know, if that's what you're shooting, I would honestly just stick with the KP. The bells and whistles that are on the K33 they're not something that you're really going to notice in regards to those specific types of photography that I just mentioned. You know, but if you do absolutely require something that is a much faster camera, burst rate is faster, buffer's better, faster autofocus, you know, things like that, then, you know, if the KP is preventing you from being able to achieve what you're trying to do, if it's getting in your way, then, you know, it's obviously not the right camera for you. But if you haven't had any issues with the KP and you're thinking about selling it just for the sake of getting another camera, I would honestly just stick with the KP. I would. That's why I still have a K3 and a K30. Yeah, Noel. Okay, so you get it, man. Yeah, definitely need two card slots. You always have to have a backup, and you need a backup of the backup. Yeah, so, you know, K3. And my K30, which is now my vintage lens camera. Just having fun with that, you know. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. I think the limited lenses, hold on here. Let me just quickly check Amazon. I just thought of something, guys. So when is the HDDA limited? When are they coming out? I think that was the end of the month. Oh, Ed, you got the red one, eh? Nice. You know, it's funny, when I think it was when the KR came out and they started doing the 50 zillion colors, I so wanted a red one just because there was no other red camera, and that red was so nice. For the longest time I wanted a red one, and then eventually over time I got the KP and Stormtrooper white, and I've been happy. Hey, what's going on, Will? Any snow over by you too? Or is it all clear now? Alright, so the HDDA limiteds are FA, not DA. That's cool, Will. Alright, yeah, it's all the snow's pretty much clear here too. It's been actually really nice. What's going on, Lewis? Let's see, the K5-2S. You know, it's funny. Let me tell you something. So when I was looking at the K3, you know, it was a difficult decision because I went on DxO and I looked at the numbers for the K5 series, and the K5 had better dynamic range and had better imaging. The one thing that was neck and neck was the high ISO. Well, as DxO puts it, the highest ISO you can use before noise reduction or quality loss in the image quality, right? So when I was looking at them, The one thing was the dual, well, two things. The dual card slots and the megapixels was the only reason why I did not grab a K5, which is absolutely remarkable seeing as how old the K5 is, and even to today, it is still a phenomenal camera in regards to the image quality, and it's all, I mean, Pentax seems to be able to use the exact same sensor everyone else is using. I don't know what kind of abracadabra magic they throw in there. I have no idea what it is. Fairy dust or something, I don't know. But they seem to be able to extract way more image quality with less noise than any other brand with the exact same sensor. It's crazy. I mean, they're even older cameras, and they're still holding up today in regards to the image quality. Yeah, it pretty much is timeless. And the design carried through from the K7 to the K5 to the K5 II, K5 2S, K3, K3 II. Now it's being reinterpreted into the K3 Mark III, but it's all based on that initial design. It's amazing. Oh boy. No, I don't have a K70. However, I was speaking with Lee Iverson, and he had actually mentioned that he checked his K70 and noticed that the options that are on the K3 are missing from the K70. And I know it's the same with my K30 as well. The video that I did do, I'm speaking to Duck Fan, just in case you guys were wondering who on earth I'm talking to. The video that I did, there may be some additional options that are only available in the K3, but those options still, they should be available, most of them, like the auto, I believe, or normal. MTF is definitely going to be in the K70. I believe that's a default option within the entire Pentax line. At least every Pentax DSLR I've had has always had the MTF option within the program line. Yeah, so... well, actually, you know what? I'm curious. When you mentioned Lee, which Lee were you talking? Lee Hayes? I'm hoping you were talking about, because... Oh, you couldn't find them on the case. Oh, okay. All right. So basically, what you're going to have to do is go into the actual menu for the camera. I'm not sure if you can see this. It's probably going to be the same as it is with the K3. So when you go into the menu, at least on this one, it's, I don't know if you can see that. Wait for this to pop up here. So basically, right within the actual menu, oh no, you're not going to be able to see that. All right. There is an option for program line. You'll just have to scroll through the menu in order to actually find that. In the K3, it's the second, in the camera settings, it's the number 2. And then you're looking for program line. It is a menu item, so you will have to actually dive into the menu in order to find it. Yeah, I mean, I could ask Lee if, you know what? Actually, let me see if he's on right now. Actually, give me one sec. See, that's the thing. I like to try to help people right away. When I can. When I can. You don't see a setting for program line case 70. Are you in, you have an autofocus lens attached to it? Because it only works if you have an autofocus lens that has electronic connections on it. If you don't have one, then you will never find the menu. It completely disappears. And yes, Noel, I agree with you. The ergonomics are absolutely beautiful. Even the K30. Like, Pentax ergonomics are just great. I mean, everything just fits. It just, they're great. Same sensor as -10. Yeah, and that's exactly right, Will. I mean, like I said, the K1's been around for a while, and it's still image quality wise, dynamic range wise, high ISO wise, like it's untouchable right now, which is making people really confused in regards to what the K33 can do with what's been shown, because now everyone's like, oh man, what's the K13 going to be like? It's going to be like something NASA would use. I mean, it just, how could it get yeah, it's going to be crazy. I'm really hoping that this new direction that Pentax is going in is really going to push them and just elevate them back up to the top. It's going to be good for everybody. Competition is always good, and Pentax needs to get back on top. All right, so Duck Fan, I'm actually asking Lee right now. Well, first I'm checking to see if he's busy. If he's not busy, then I'm going to ask him about the K70 in program mode. And he's answering me now. And let's see what he says. He's saying it's right now it's just the dots he's typing. I think he's typing a lot actually. Ah, okay, perfect. All right, let's see. Okay, what did I miss here? I saw some typing going on. K1's got to say, okay, so if you D24, that would be great. Well, you know what, Armin? I am hoping that the K33's kit lens is going to be a 2040, because then that would mean that I'd be getting one. But we'll have to wait and see. Ah, what's up, Rod? Welcome to the Nut House, buddy. No problem, Duck Fan. All right, so Duck Fan, Lee's actually going to grab his K70 right now, just to take a look and see exactly where those options actually are. I don't think he's used them before. Yeah, you know what, Will? I gotta go back. I'm contemplating on once the K33 comes out and I've used it for a bit, I'm thinking of doing another video where I actually bring up my older videos as it was leading into the K33, in regards to the hybrid viewfinder, the autofocus patents, pretty much all my patent videos, to see what I got right and what I got wrong, because I'm not a Pentax insider. I just kind of looked at all the information, tried to figure out exactly the path they were going, and I'm actually kind of curious as to what did I get right and what did I not get right. I know I got a lot wrong, but I know I got some stuff right. But I got to go back, and it'll be an interesting video just to see, because it was what, a year ago or so, somewhere around there. Say hi. Oh, what's going on, Moonhue Bear? Oh man, yeah, dude, you gotta go to sleep, man. Wow, it's 2:30 in the morning in Moscow. Oh wow, I didn't realize there was that much of a time difference. Holy. When in live view, peak focus, hit back button, focus, and it exits peak focus. Really? When you hit the back button? Huh. Oh, seriously, Miguel, the K70 doesn't have the P options? Wow. That's really weird. You're sure it doesn't have it at all? Oh, okay. It exits the peak focus. Okay, yeah, duck fan. I think it has to do with contrast detect autofocus. It's the same. It's the same with my cameras as well. You are actually, hold on, when you're in live view, peak focus, hit the back button. Oh, okay, yeah, it's not going to hold on to the zoomed in range. You have to selectively change that back and forth. You know what, Miguel, give me one sec. Let me take this M42 mount off this camera. I'm gonna take a look. I'm pretty sure my K30 had it. I'd be surprised if the K70 didn't. Yeah, Moonhue Bear. What we're trying to figure out though is the options, like setting the options within P mode in regards to MTF and depth of field. You know, the actual options within P mode. Where are those on the K70? Uh-oh. Oh no, did I just... Oh, is this stuck? Nope, okay. Whew. Oh, I thought I just stuck my ring. Alright, let's see. Do. Okay, so if I'm in P mode... That's crazy. I could have sworn that this actually had options for P mode. I guess not. I am mistaken. It's been a long time since I've actually gone in here. Huh. I was pretty sure that it actually had it. It looks like it doesn't. Well, at least the K30 doesn't, which means the K50 doesn't, because I'm using K50 firmware on my K30. Wow. So what other camera did I... Oh, hold on. Autofocus. Now let's see. Nope. That's really weird. I could have sworn I had those options in here. K90. Back in here. Oh, trust me, Rico's not giving me anything, buddy. They will never give me anything. Oh, that's terrible. I could. Oh man, I know there was another Pentax camera that I used that actually had those options. I just don't remember what it was. Oh, what's happening, Indra? $6:34 in the morning. Wow. Oh, thanks, Indra. No, Duck fan, I don't have the 1685 yet. One thing at a time. You know, you have to keep in mind all this stuff is all stuff I've personally purchased myself. So you know, I don't have unlimited funds, unfortunately. It'd be nice if I did. Well, you know what, Miguel? Actually, hold on, Miguel. Before I get to answering your thing, let's see. Stone Cold, yeah, 316. Stone Cold, Steve Austin, yeah. All right. So, do I think the K70 is a worthy upgrade for a K52? Uh, yes and no. The reason I say that, the K70 does have better low light capability. It's also the first Pentax camera to use a hybrid autofocus system, which is more for video. Doesn't work that great. But the autofocus system on it is still based on like K5, K30, K50. Build quality wise, the K5 II is actually a better imaging camera, and it just has a better build quality. It's more rugged. In regards to the autofocus, the K70 might be a little bit quicker, but spending, I mean, if you can get an incredibly good deal on a K70, then I would grab a K70. What I wouldn't do is get rid of the K5 II to replace it with a K70. That is just something I would not do. Because they're different tiers of cameras. Yes, one's older, but it's a higher tier for the camera than the K70 is. K70 is more of an entry level build for a camera, as well. Entry level and Pentax sort of still better quality than what you'd get from a competitor's entry level, but in regards to how Pentax built the K5 like 753 line, the K70 is newer, but the autofocusing and whatnot is still going to be fairly close to what you already have. Stop it, Rob. Don't want my subscribers to knock themselves out. Okay, so yeah, it looks like the K70 only has basic program mode. It is the KP. So it looks like K3, K32, KP, K1, K12, and well, hopefully K33 as well when it comes out. Those are the cameras that actually have the additional options within the program line or program mode. Yeah, I find that really interesting. Because I remember seeing MTF in another camera. Now it's going to bother me. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, Steve Austin was was a wrestler who had a huge following. Hey, what's up, Jack? I'm not going to continue that though, because I'm not going to agree with that. 'Cause I'm not sure you don't actually suck at stuff. I'm sure you're pretty good. All right, so Miguel, let me get back to where you were. This is getting more difficult than I thought it would be. All right, I would say K510. Okay. Okay, yeah, Miguel. In regards to your comment of YouTubers that dedicate to Pentax should at least have a tester. It's interesting because I actually did reach out to Ricoh and I asked them specifically if there were any cameras available, and I mentioned the fact that I did mention the fact that I do have subscribers that want to spend their money to buy the K33, but they want to make sure before they do that. So they are waiting for my opinion in regards to the camera. And Pentax told me flat out that no, they do not have cameras available to do that, at least at that point. A few days later, there was an announcement of new Canadian Pentax ambassador who was now shooting with the K3 Mark III. So, I didn't bother messaging them again. I just kind of took it as, okay, I get it. And to be fair, some of my videos have been a little harsh in regards to Pentax. So I'm sure that didn't help either. But, the truth is the truth, and sometimes the truth hurts. And I'm not going to stand idly by and just, sugarcoat everything. I mean, if something is an issue, then I'm going to call it out. It's an issue. If it's not an issue, it's not. I give praise where it's due. And where things should be improved and are frustrating, I will voice that as well, right? So I don't think I was the target market for them giving out a camera to try out. I probably scared them off. K10 less than 5 in primo condition. You know what, Duck Fan? I had a K200D and I sold it. I think about a month after I sold it, I thought about it and I was like, I should not have sold that camera. The CCD colors that camera actually had, I can come close to replicating it with the newer cameras with CMOS sensor, but it's still not the same as a CCD sensor. I really, really do miss those colors. So I would actually hang on to the K10. Oh, thanks, Ed. Yeah, Armin. Here's the thing. Sigma's lenses are good. The problem is there seems to be a lack of consistency across their whole entire lens range. For example, like 10 people can buy 70-200 2.8. Out of those 10 people, maybe 4 or 5 of them will have autofocus issues. You know what I mean? Like they're just, you either get a good Sigma lens or you don't. There's no consistency. And from my own personal testing, Sigma still, I don't know why. I don't know why this is. It doesn't make any sense to me. In regards to focusing the lens with backlighting, Sigma lenses seem to have this weird, bizarre issue where they just cannot acquire focus properly if the subject is backlit. They just can't. I don't know if it's spattering of light. It tricks the autofocus module in the camera. I don't know what it is, but it's the only lenses that I where that is an option. No, sorry, that is an issue, not an option. But it just. Other than that, the lenses are brilliant. But they do have their issues as well. Hey, what's up, Mark? Yeah, hey, the K70 is a nice camera. Don't get me wrong, it is a really nice camera. Yeah, well, you can calibrate them, yes, Armin. You can calibrate them. However, it still doesn't fix the backlighting focus issue, right? So you kind of have to know the lens you have and shoot around the lens's limitations. I just was not expecting multiple Sigma lenses that I've used to actually have that issue. And it wasn't just a one-off. Hey, what's up, Lee? Okay, now I can answer you. Sorry, man. I've got 2 windows going here, and I was gonna start typing, and I was like, hold on, let me answer these questions first. Okay, now I'll go back, and then I typed like 2 words. Anyway, temperature. So I have no idea what 55 Fahrenheit is. But over here, the temperature is probably around 8 degrees Celsius. Tamron lenses are good, but here's the thing. It's give and take. Tamron lenses are very good. However, most of the Tamron lenses are all screw driven. There are some that do use silent focus motor. I can't remember what Tamron's term is for that. But in comparing Tamron versus Sigma, there are more Sigma lenses made for Pentax that use a silent focus motor, the Sigma HSM system, than there is for Tamron, right? So it's it's give and take, and I have, and the other thing too, on a lot of the Tamron lenses, they seem to be sharper. If we're talking about a zoom lens, right? So say for example a 7200. Tamron lenses will be sharper from, say, 70 to 100 or something like that. And then the Sigmas, they're sharper from like 80 to 150. But then they both kind of fall off a bit. And I've also heard and read, through a gazillion reviews, when I was shopping for either a Tamron or a Sigma lens, I chose Sigma because the chromatic aberrations were actually less on the Sigma than they were on the Tamron. So I took the chance, hoping that the focus would be good. I got lucky in regards to the Sigma focus issues. But it's give and take. I mean, it's, if you want to my opinion, if you want the highest quality in regards to a lens that's for your system, then get the first party lens. But at the same time, they're exorbitantly expensive compared to the third parties, right? So, just if you're going to buy anything, then what I would actually do is look for some kind of return policy. If there is something wrong with it, you got to always cover yourself, no matter what. Yeah. Oh, so Lee Hayes, I was going to ask you if you have any snow over there, but I know you don't, so I'm not even going to bother. Actually, Rod, some Pentax lenses may be rebadged Tamrons, but apparently back in the day, Tamron actually licensed Pentax designed lenses, at least from, I can't remember where I found that article, but it did go back and forth. However, I know the new 7210, that lens does seem to be a rebadged Tamron. All right, then I guess I'm heading to Texas. It's nice and warm there. I gotta go. Gotta head over there. Okay, Rod, when you say the Sigma is cheaper, which Sigma are you talking about? The Sigma 7200, Sigma 1750? Because the 1750 f2.8s are both Tamron and Sigma. They're both pretty much the same price. Okay, Miguel. So the 18250 is a rebadged Tamron, or it's a Pentax lens rebadged for Tamron. Because this is what I've heard. Not necessarily the exact design. Okay. Because all right, thanks, Noel. From what I've read and heard, it's a licensing thing. So either Tamron is selling the licensing to Pentax, or Pentax has sold licensing to Tamron. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not a Pentax insider. I don't know the whole story. I don't know how much truth there is to each way. But regardless, as long as we get good lenses, I honestly don't care where they come from. But the one thing I think would really set Pentax over the top, though, is if they came back out with a Takumar line. Just that name has so much history, and I guess the wow factor. So if Pentax were to make a super limited line of Takumar Limiteds or something like that, they could charge pretty much whatever they want, and there would still be people who would buy them, even collectors, just because make limited runs of say 100 of these, 200 of those, charge Leica prices. Pentax would make their money quick. I would not buy one because I'm not going to pay that kind of money. Yeah, like instead of Pentax recoding all these older lenses and just keep making the same lens and change it from an SMC coating to an HD coating, even if they added a different coating and then changed the name and stamped it as a Takumar, like, I mean, they would make so much more money out of that. Or just have a standoff long. You know what they should, oh man, this is what they should have done. Silver lenses, Takumar. Done. You have the existing ones right now that are limiteds, right? You've got your silver and you've got your black, and then have a separate line. They are only silver. They're all HD coated, and they're just Takumar lenses. That's it. Oh man, yeah, they'd sell like absolutely no tomorrow. They would probably be sold out in Japan the day they came out. Holy macro. Doug, you've got nine Takumars? Wow. I've got three. I've got 135 3.5, 105 2.8, and what else is the SMC? No, SMC Takumar 55 1.8. And then I've got a couple of Pentax M lenses as well. HDD 835 2.8 silver. Yeah. I'm contemplating on what was it, the 31 limited. Contemplating. It's too many decisions, but I am not going to spend my money until I have the K33 in my possession. Then the lenses will come shortly thereafter. Yes. I don't know why I was just talking like that, but anyway, that's how excited I am about it. Yeah, actually, I've going back to what Rod mentioned, about how Asahi Pentax is in demand and Takumars are expensive because of the high demand. I have a friend of mine who's actually looking for one of the original Takumars before SMC, before Super Takumar. It's just Takumar. He cannot find it whatsoever. Not an auto Takumar, just plain Takumar 50. I think it's 50, and there was a Takumar 55. Cannot find it anywhere. Period. Anywhere. I've looked. I can't find them anywhere either. But apparently they are the absolute original Takumars from the very early days, and they are around because he found a bunch of collectors who have them. But anyone who has them, they are not getting rid of them. So I was like, well, good luck, man. I don't know what I can't help you. Are you serious, Rod? Like an original Takumar? How much are they asking? Hmm. Do, 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 do. Oh, yeah, Armin. The art series of Sigmas is phenomenal. They're very, very sharp lenses. See, Rod, told you. Anyone who has those original Takumars, no one's selling them. They're not for sale. I don't know how my buddy's going to get one. It's just not possible to find. And due to COVID, all the pawn shops and everything where you can normally find Takumars, sitting around in display cases, our largest flea markets, they've all closed up shop, right? They've literally had to close down. So there goes the cheap way of being able to actually get that stuff, right? Okay, yeah, the first Asahis. Wow, 8 Super Tax and 1 SMC, eh, Douglas? Wow. Yeah, I don't have quite that kind of collection. My collection's a bit all over the place. But in regards to vintage lenses, I don't really have that many. I just recently got more into doing a bit more vintage stuff. But with the way viewfinders are on DSLRs and doing birding and then using a manual lens, like I remember back when I had my Pentax MZ7, manual focusing on that was easy as anything because it had the split prism, you know, uh, matte focus screen or split prism focus screen. So it was extremely easy to actually tell if you were in focus or not. And it's just unfortunate that DSLRs, they haven't been able to replicate that experience through the viewfinder. But I can't remember the photographer's name in one of the videos that Pentax released in regards to the K33. He actually did say manual focusing with that new viewfinder is incredibly easy to do. So I'm really looking forward to that as well, because that comes in really handy with macro focusing as well, right? So, we won't have to use live view all that much in regards to macro focusing. We'll have to see. But it would be nice if they actually did aid manual focus, kind of bring it back how it was when it was easy. Nice. Uh, oh yeah, yeah. The IRIX 150 f2.8. Yeah, that lens is insane. That lens is insanely sharp. Like it's wow. And the out of focus rendering, that lens is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so Mark's asking, are the Takumars hard to take apart? So you've got one where the aperture won't stop down. Oh, where the aperture won't stop down. Okay, when you're trying, all right, when you're trying to do, sorry, I just saw Lee Hayes's comment. Okay, so when you're trying to stop that aperture down, are you actually like are you holding it in your hand or is it mounted to the camera? Because it may have the pin on the back, and if that pin isn't depressed in, it may come down to the type of adapter that you're using on your camera. Because if that pin is not pressed down, it won't let you change the aperture, I don't believe. That's it's okay. Yeah, Lee, that is a very intriguing idea. I actually did not think about doing a K3 live release party when it happens on the 23rd. So I'd have to take a day off. Or wait, so if it's on the 23rd, oh well, here's the other question. So if the actual release is the 23rd, does that mean the 23rd in Japan? So over here would be the 22nd? Or would that be the 23rd globally, no matter where? Yeah. I wonder how, they don't specify under what zone the 23rd is, right? But yeah, live release party? Nah, I may be a day or two later. But yeah, when I do get that camera, you know what? That is a very good idea. Just do the whole reveal and do it live. And then people can ask me everything they want. And I'll be like, all right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to go around and we're going to replicate what Pentax did with the Touch and Try series at CP Plus Online. So here you go with the snazzy camera. And then I'll just start. Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. It'll be great. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna do it. As soon as I get that camera, here's the box. All right, go live, wait for some people, and then, all right, here we go. Thanks for the idea, man. You gonna do one too? All right, so SMCM for $30. Instantly better photographer. Oh man, Duck Fan, you're funny. But yeah, you know what? Like the vintage lenses, I don't know what it is with them. The way they render things and that whole 3D effect, they're absolutely amazing. Like to think that they're from way back when, and then looking at the lenses we have now, and especially if you look at the sizes, right? Like looking at a 55 1.8, and then looking at a 50 1.8, and then looking at like 85 1.8, or I just look at the monstrous sizes of the newer lenses. It's absolutely incredible. Like I don't get it. All right, so let's see, two of the SMC, okay, K and M versions of the 120. Oh, 120. Huh. Yeah, you know what, Duck Fan? I actually did that in my Super Takumar giveaway. I have a SMC Takumar, and Lee. I have an SMC Takumar 55 1.8, and I also had a Super Takumar 55 1.8. Comparing the two of them back to back, I did a whole lot of test shooting and whatnot, and I actually preferred the way the SMC rendered, whereas some people prefer the way the Super Takumar rendered. So, I didn't need duplicate lenses, so I kept the one that I preferred for my own style and my likes, and I ran the giveaway, and a gentleman in where was he, in Germany, actually won the Takumar. So he's now happy with his super smooth Super Takumar 55 1.8, and I'm happy with my SMC Takumar 55 1.8. Sales of film. Okay, yeah, Rod. You know what? That is a good point in regards to the sales of film. Yeah, all the film cameras are starting to go up in price and everything. SMC 28 3.5. Yeah, true. So Lee, you want me to do it? Eh? Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, I think I will. I'll have to give fair warning though, so everybody can grab their popcorn and hover around the couch, in front of their screens, or on their chair, wherever. I don't know where everybody's screens are, but it's gonna be somewhere. Oh, you guys want to see something weird? Check this out. Let's see if I can find this camera. I have, it's not Pentax, but what is this? Is this Blacks? No. How do I even open this? Film open. Open. Why can't I open this? Is it busted? Oh, no, there we go. That's for the film. Okay, I want the film. How do I open it? Oh, there. Black's 2000 disc camera. Check this out. Little rangefinder thing. It's got a built-in flash. Takes a disc. This camera's crazy. Yeah, I got a few bizarre vintage things here. Okay, Lee, you win. I will do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Oh, Miguel. Hi to the wife of Miguel. What are you guys having for dinner? No, Rod. This actually came from my wife's father, so holding on to this thing, as well as the brownie that I have upstairs. Yeah, one of the brownies. You hold the camera like this, and you have to look down into the viewfinder. Fun times, fun times. I don't even know where to get discs for this thing. I don't even know if it's worth it. Like, I don't even know if I could get a disc developed. I really gotta look into some of these things. Oh, geez, Lee Hayes, so demanding. Do it. Do it. I will. That's gonna be... You know what? I don't know if I will. Well, yeah, I guess I will. It'll be short, though, because once I have the camera, right after I show everybody, I'll be like, okay, here's the camera. All right, I gotta run outside. I'm gonna go use it. And then you guys won't see me for like a month. I'm kidding. I'll just go burst a whole bunch of nonsense and then come back and be like, guys, the buffer's amazing. Yeah, you think I could get discs on eBay, eh? I may be able to get discs, but over here, I don't know where I would actually get that developed. That's the problem. Alright, let's see here. What is this? Blacks 2000 disc. Oh, no, it's showing me mountain bike discs and disc brakes for cars. Let's see here. Blacks 2000 disc. Yeah, okay. What the heck? That's right. Camera. Oh. Let's see. Camera disc. Oh, no way. It's worth $4. Yeah, you know what? Well, I'm looking on eBay right now, and it looks like there is nothing. Man, Rod, I don't know, man. I'm in Canada. I don't know about what's in the States. Remember the lab in Kansas. What lab? Does lab have a name, or is the lab the name? That would be a cool name. Just call it the lab. What do you do here? Well, we're a lab. Nobody knew. It's like in the show Prison Break. The enemy people, whatever, the villains of the show. The company was called The Company. The end. What do? Well, they're a company. Yeah, that's a good idea. Keep everything on the down low. Ooh, there's another one. Kodak Disc 2000, non-tested with box. $20. Oh, okay, plus $50 shipping. Dwayne's. Huh. Dwayne's camera. Dwayne's Camera Lab. Dwayne's photo? Yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah, on Parsons Street. Shop and develop. Well, you know what? It doesn't even really make any difference because I can't find discs for this camera anyway. So there goes that. All right, so on a more serious note here. So for question You guys think I should do one? Like just do another. I'm not going to do it right this second, but it. Oh my God, Rod, stop. Um, in regards to doing another live session of just straight up question and answer, you guys think I should actually do that? Is that still something you guys would be interested in? And be honest, if you're not interested, it's all good, because it's just something else I don't have to do. Enyano. I hope I got that right. Enrique? Well, Enrique, I know. Okay. Yes to the lives. That's one. So how are things in Belgium? Okay, so going way, way, way back towards the beginning of the live. So the HDFA, the new HDFA Limiteds are actually going to be released on April 29th. So right at the very, very end of the month. So in regards to the K3, it does, I can see it actually being released on the 23rd. If not, then the 29th, around the same time frame as the new HD FA Limiteds. Even though they're FA Limiteds, but I could see that timing actually being done somewhat on purpose. You know, just to drive more hype for more products for people to spend within the Pentax ecosystem, right? So, yeah, right now, DuckFan, there's nothing about the 1650 2.8 PLM lens yet. Unless it's going to be a surprise when the K33 actually comes out. But as of anything official or even rumor official, there really hasn't been anything stated whatsoever about the 1650. All right, so I will, if I do another live session, well, I mean, when I do, I will do one. So when I do another live session, I will actually plan it out properly and make an announcement probably a week beforehand so that everybody can be ready. I just have to make sure there's nothing happening at the home, you know, that might pull me away. But yes, I will definitely announce it. Well, Rod, I'm not going to do a live session doing a photo shoot because data out here costs a lot. I might be able to do it. I'll have to see. I'll have to really take a look at how much data I have remaining. It would not be a very long live stream. It would be pretty short. But yeah, you know, that is a possibility. I could do that. That would actually be interesting. Yeah, I guess I could take a tripod, use my gimbal, have it all set up, and then have me. Yeah, you know what? I think it actually. I think I could do it. And do a live every weekend. Well, no, Duck Fan. The vaccinations are actually not available yet for the general public out here in Canada. They're selectively giving the vaccinations to certain people. Right now it's elderly, first responders, and the retirement homes. Those are generally the people that are getting the vaccinations now. They're doing it by age. The more vulnerable get it first. Then I believe it's children. And then from there, once they get more vaccines available, because that's the other problem too, apparently there's a shortage. So once those arrive, then the public will be notified when they can actually go get their vaccine. But as of right now, we just can't go to a place and just get it. It's basically by age. So no, I have not been vaccinated yet. I just stay home. And that's pretty much it. And do live every weekend. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I guess I could. I guess I could. one live every weekend. So upload a video for the Saturday or the Sunday. Whichever day I don't upload the video, then just do a live session. Yeah, you know what? I could do that. Make it like a weekly thing, like a TV series, like Big Brother. Well, okay, no, not like Big Brother, because I am not going to get voted out of my own house. That's just not going to happen. Sorry. It's just not going to happen. Oh, thank you, and yeah, no, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. It's funny. When I started this channel, my whole entire goal was actually just to do something in regards to giving back to the photographic community and just to help beginners to photography. So I made a couple of videos, and basically, after I had made a few videos, and then I had a friend of mine that I was talking to a lot, and I was mentoring him in regards to photography. He would ask me a bunch of questions. I would create another video, which was actually specifically to help him. But because of the length of the videos, I had no way to actually share it with him, so I just added them to my YouTube channel and just sent him the link. And then he would ask me something else, so I would show him something else, and it just kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And it was through that, and he had actually gone out. He had purchased a Pentax camera. So, as I was helping him, he was saying that he was online, he was looking around, and he noticed that there really weren't any Pentax videos at the time really diving into the system to show how to actually go about using the modes and using the Pentax camera. And one of the things he mentioned was, if you look up stuff on Nikon and Canon, there's things as simple as, how do you insert the battery into your camera? And there's a video for that. How do you turn on the camera? How do you press the shutter button? And he's like, dude, like, there's nothing for Pentax. I'm like, that's not possible. There's got to be something. Come on, man. Like, really? So I started looking, and, there were some Cameraville, that were all review videos. And the more I really looked more into it, there didn't seem, and Lee Hayes, I didn't know about you at the time, but there really weren't videos that, dove into the menu structure, into the menu system, that really, looked at how the different settings would affect your photography in regards to using a Pentax camera, because there are things that are unique to Pentax. So that's how this whole thing started. So after that, I started focusing. I was like, well, I already shoot Pentax, so why don't I just focus on the fact that I shoot Pentax? So that's how that whole thing happened. It was actually not my initial intention to have a Pentax biased, or not biased, but Pentax focused, YouTube channel. It just happened that just happened to be the road and the path that it ended up taking. So that's pretty much how that whole thing happened. It's been an interesting journey. Oh man, that's funny. Pentax users are smart enough to know how to insert a battery. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, thank you, Duck Fan. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Keep up the great work with Pentax. I really appreciate that, man. Because I mean, there's Pentax is like the black sheep of the camera world, and through things that I've been through in my life, I've always been the black sheep. I've always been the one who's kind of singled out and put into a corner. The oddball out, and always had eyes on me in regards to, oh, don't trust them. I don't know, right? So I think it's just a natural thing within myself to just fight for the underdog kind of thing. It's just, because I was the underdog, right? I'm not going to get into, I don't know if anyone's interested, but, a lot of the stuff that I've been through in my life, I can understand being in that position and constantly, being pushed down and all that stuff. And when I was starting off, with the DSLR, with digital photography, when I was looking for, what brand I was going to go with, it was actually I was looking at the entire system. So I wanted a cohesive ecosystem where things just worked, right? And with Pentax, that's what it was. It's a cohesive ecosystem that just works. Period. I don't know what else to say. Like, actually today, someone in a beginner group, and as soon as I see these things, I just shook my head. I can't even reply to this because I already know, and oh boy, no, not for me. Someone had a Nikon camera, and they were wondering why their lens would not autofocus, and it turns out that they needed using the D series of this lens, and they needed the G series. The camera won't autofocus if you use the D series. So now they have to return the D series in order to get the G series to mount onto the same camera. It's the exact same lens. Just one is D, one is G. And it's those kinds of things. And it's the same with Canon. You've got your EF, you've got your EFS. You know what I mean? So those are the things. I just thought it was absolutely crazy. Like, why should I have to jump through hoops to buy a lens that works on this camera? I just want to buy the lens and just put it on the camera. And that's what I got with Pentax. That's it. You just buy any K-mount lens. It just works. There is no jumping through hoops and stuff like that. So, in these other beginner groups, man, like there's so many loopholes with Nikon and Canon. You know what I mean? It's like I don't even know what to recommend to these people because it gets so confusing so quickly. Nikon P series. Yes, Lee does have an awesome channel. If you guys want to know how to, well, as I put it, if you want to know how to survive when you're out camping and stuff like that, watch his channel. Not the photography stuff, but the camping stuff. He's got some really, really good info. Really good stuff. Yes, and yeah, no, that exactly. Especially if the underdog is so underappreciated despite being really good. Yeah, that resonates with me, man. Because yeah, I've definitely been there, many, many times. Like, believe it or not, true story. So I was applying for jobs, left, right, and center. I needed some kind of income. I had just moved out here to where I am now, and I was applying for job after job after job. I think in 1 year I had sent out. Yeah, I think in 1 year I sent out over 500 resumes. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. I literally sent out about 500 resumes in 1 year. Did not get one call back. So next 3 months, I just kept pumping out resumes, did not get a call back. So I decided to do a test. And instead of using my actual name of Kobe Mercury Clark, I actually changed my name on the resume, and I created a whole new email address, and I decided to just use part of my last name and one of my middle names. So I used David Clark. I got a phone call the same day I sent the resume out. And as soon as I got to I was qualified for the position entirely. The second I walked into the guy's office, just ignored me. And then eventually he walks over, he's like, "Can I help you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here for my interview." Right? Like, got the whole interview thing down. And he's like, "Oh, you're David?" "Yes." And just kind of looked at me. "Really?" Like, "Yes." Right, my office. Dude made every excuse possible not to give me the job. Every excuse. And, so, yeah. And yeah, no, like what you said, like that resonates with me because like I've always, like, situations like that, it's like, I'm fully qualified. I'm just as good as anyone else that you would bring through that door. Just as good. But before I'm even given a chance, you're already shutting me out. You know what I mean? So yeah, like I know that's exactly how it seems the industry is with Pentax. So yeah, I get it, man. I get it. There you go. I know some of you guys are probably waiting for that. Oh man, no official distributor in Belgium at all anymore, eh? Ooh, yeah, Miguel. 3 pillars of Pentax. Hey, you know what, Miguel? Don't forget about snappiness. He's another one. 4 pillars. There you go. Hey, that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Full support. Structured, you know? Yeah. Oh, man, and yeah, no. Oh, don't worry, man. Trust me, I've been through a heck of a lot more than that, and yeah, no, I'm no one's holding me down. Nobody's holding me down. Oh, and if you guys want, sort of, well, not, I don't know if I would say like opinion pieces or, hmm. Well, I think his later stuff was opinion pieces, you know. But if you want to watch some of his older videos with thoughts and whatnot in regards to the Pentax system, John Bloomfield's another one that you guys should check out if you haven't already. And oh yeah, Eddie Summers photography as well as well. I don't know if his channel is like Pentax specific, um, or but you know just as general photography. His oh man, what was it? His second last video that was some cool. That was an entirely crazy video. Like I can't even explain it, man. Like just the music, the way he put it together, the speed of the fast forward element of it, the rotating as he's taking the picture. That oh man, you know what? What on earth was that thing even called? Oh, it was so good, so good. It was like mesmerizing. It's one of the coolest photography videos I think I've seen. Okay, what was it called? Okay, yeah, and he's got some secrets and hacks and stuff like that as well. Oh, what was this? No, oh, it was coffee and something. Yeah, that's what it was. Where is that? Oh, wait. Why am I not getting? No, not my videos. Oh, there. All right, give me one sec here. One sec here. Clicks and coffee. That's yeah. That was cool. All right. Let me see. Can I share this? I think I can. John Bloomfield's YouTube channel. That is. Oh yeah, angry photographer. You know, he's okay, but I don't know. Like some of it just. Well, I guess for the entertainment element of it, yeah. I guess. All right, so hold on one sec. Who was John Bloomfield? All right, let's get his link here. John J. Bloomfield. Boom. Okay, so his is. Okay, here is John Bloomfield's. Oh. No, that can't be right. Is that right? Oh, yeah. Okay. So that's John J. Bloomfield. And Eddie. Where is that? Oh, yeah, this is the coolest video ever. Don't watch it right now, though. Yeah, don't watch it right now. Alright, I should have edited that. Okay, first link is John Bloomfield. Second link is Andy Summers' coolest video. Alright. Yeah, you know, I've watched a couple of angry photographer things. I don't know what to make of him, though. Yes, Will. John has moved to shooting Sony. That's why he's completely moved to shooting Sony. That's why I was saying if you know, people were interested in watching some of his older stuff, then you know, that it's still they still hold value in regards to Pentaxia, but he has apparently converted over to Sony. That's what he's going to be shooting from now on. Period. So he hasn't sold all his Pentax stuff yet, but I believe he will be. He is in the midst of selling all his Pentax gear, from what I understand. You know, but for what, you know, he feels that he's getting the most value out of Sony now, so that's what he's going to be shooting. And you know, he said, like, he's invested a lot, and I get where he's coming from. He's invested a lot, you know, and you have to keep in mind that, you know, John is a, you know, photography is his only income. He is a full-on he's a full-on pro that, you know, derives his 100% income off of his portrait work. So, you know, he needs a company that can, I guess, keep up with what he feels the demand should be in regards to where he is in his career. You know, unfortunately, he felt that Pentax, you know, what, you know, they were moving too slow in regards to producing new lenses. You know, for him, recoding old lenses, you know, is not the same as producing a new lens. So, you know, he felt that it was time, and he purchased a Sony A7R4, I think it was, and you know, he started using it, really liked it, so he started investing more into the Sony system, and now he's using that solely, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But you know what, like I said, I can't blame him. You know, you got to use the best tool for yourself in regards to what you're looking for. Me personally, I've checked out the mirrorless cameras. I'm not a huge fan. You know, they do have some great technological features, but there's other things. You know, my full-time position is actually in IT, so I'm staring at screens all flippin' day, all day, every day, you know, for hours on end. You know, everywhere I look is a screen, 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 screen. So I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I prefer when I grab the camera, I just want to be at one with my subject. I really do appreciate the OVF experience. And, you know, I come from a film photography background, so I'm used to the OVF. I can look out of the OVF, kind of read the light, and just know, oh, okay, I got to set my settings here, and bam, done, right? You know, the EVF still does not do it for me. It just feels too artificial for my personal liking. Yeah, you know what, Douglas? A lot of YouTubers actually, you know, say the same thing. Some do say Pentax has been dead, or Pentax is dying, or Pentax is dead again, or every opportunity they have, they bash something about Pentax, or they make fun of Pentax. You know, I mean, they've pretty much all done it. From FroKnowsPhoto.com to, you know, Tony and Chelsea Northrup. Well, Tony Northrup, because Chelsea actually didn't say anything. You know, so, you know, it's not something that's out of the ordinary. It just gets really, really tiresome. Really tiresome. Yeah, and yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. I haven't found an EVF that's anywhere near as good as an optical viewfinder either. Even if it's, and I've noticed the lag. People say that there is no lag. I don't know. Maybe it's because I look at screens for so long, I can pick up on any kind of lag. But I notice, just moving around, like if I move my head really fast and I stop moving, I can, like, once I've stopped, I can still see the frames catching up, right, in the EVF. And it actually makes me dizzy. Like, it literally makes me dizzy because my brain can't, like, I have stopped moving. Like, I feel seasick after a while. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just something in here. But, yeah, it just doesn't work for me at all. But, all right. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I've got to head back upstairs, to the rest of the family, let them know that I'm still alive. The next live, I will let you guys know beforehand. I'll probably, for now, it'll be 3 days. Hey, I know that guy, Enrico. Oh, dude. You should have been here earlier, man. We got into some good stuff. You're going to have to read all the wonderful comments there, buddy. Yeah, part of it had to do with unveiling the K33. No, this is not it. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I will actually be doing a live unveiling of the K33 when I actually do get it. Ah, you were watching, you're just being silent. Oh, you sneaky. You're sneaky. Anyways, guys, all right, I got to get going. Belly's rumbling a little bit here, and I don't want to have that come up on the microphone. But thanks for tuning in. And again, Miguel, thank you for letting me know that the trial thing was still happening at the very beginning. That's terrible. But at least we got it sorted, and I'm good to go for the future. Oh, thanks, Enrico. And, yeah, so that's pretty much it. I would, I'm not going to end this the way I would in regard to, in regards to my actual videos, because that would be ridiculous. You guys have been commenting the whole time, right? You done know. All right, that's it. It's time to end the show. And yes, I will definitely give a heads up. Most likely, I'm going to have a pretty busy week, so I will probably do a heads up on Wednesday to block an hour or so in regards to, say, Saturday to actually do a live. Yeah, so should give you guys 3 days or so. Or maybe, depending on when this pre-order happens, I might do that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll probably give you guys about 3 days. 3 days notice. Tuesday night, Wednesday, I'll make the announcement. Do a little whatever thing on YouTube to let you guys know so that you know. And now I'm starting to, what is the matter with you? I'm speaking Italiano. I don't know how good that accent was, man. Enrico, don't say nothing. Anyway, all right, I'm going to get going, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. And yeah, I will definitely make this a regular series for you guys. It seems that you guys are happy with it. So all good to me. All right. Until next time. Take it easy and be safe out there. Oh, really? It was that bad, eh? I gotta, man, you know what? I haven't really hung out with Italians in a long time. I've kind of lost it. I usually can't. Okay, you know what? Enough of this, man. I gotta go. All right. I'm out.